Learning mitzvos in action with Torah-Box. On Sukkot, we have the mitzvah of taking 4 species, including a lulav, a date tree branch, an esrog, lemon, 3 hadassim, myrtle branches, and 2 aravot, willow branches. The 4 species parallel the 4 types of Jews, each one with its different levels of knowledge in Torah and mitzvahs. If they stand together and help one another, all their sins will be forgiven. The mitzvah of the 4 species is a man's obligation. If a Sephardi woman wants to perform the mitzvah, she's permitted to, provided that she doesn't recite the blessing. An Ashkenazi woman will recite it. It is preferable that the lulav's central leaf is not separated into 2 parts, since both parts must be naturally glued together. If the upper tip of the lulav is split into 2, the lulav is not kosher. The upper tip of the lulav must be whole and shall not miss any piece. The minimal length of the lulav's shidra shall be 40 centimeters, around 19 inches. The lulav should be the straightest as possible. If the shidra is not that straight, the lulav remains kosher, if we do not find a better one. The esrog's color must preferably be yellow or light green. Be aware that an esrog, which is dark green, is not kosher. The esrog must neither have holes, nor lack parts from its skin or flesh, nor have any black spots on its tip and upper part. Should you encounter any doubt in this matter, ask a Rav. If the esrog has a tip, it must not be broken. It is preferable to select an etrog with a large lower part and a narrow upper part. The bouquet of 4 species must contain 3 branches of hadassim. A hadassah's minimal length is 24 centimeters or 9.44 inches. Ideally, it should measure 30 centimeters or 11.8 inches. The tree leaves must come out from the hadassah's branch on the same level, but not necessarily at the exact same centimeter. It must be on all its length. If needed, only 13 centimeters or 5.11 inches will suffice. The lower leaves must reach the base of the upper leaf stem. If certain leaves have fallen from the hadass or got crumbled, it must be shown to a Rav. The bouquet of 4 species must contain 2 aravot branches. The leaves must be in an elongated shape and not round, and their contour shall be smooth and not sharp. The arava's minimal length shall be of 30 centimeters or 11.8 inches. If needed, 24 centimeters or 9.44 inches will be enough. In order to make the bouquet, we place the lulav's backbone facing us, and the hadassim and aravos are attached to its sides. The most spread out custom is to place the 3 hadassim on the right hand side of the lulav and the 2 aravot of its left side. The lulav, hadassim, and aravot are attached to one another with pieces of leaf of its own lulav. The lulav itself is attached at 2 locations. The mitzvah of gathering the 4 species together is accomplished during the day, on all days of Sukkot except on Shabbat. One must bring the 4 species to shul for morning services because one shakes them during the Hallel prayer and takes them while walking around the shul during the Hoshanos ceremony. However, he who did not attend shul will be able to fulfill this mitzvah at his own home at any point during the day. The best location to accomplish this mitzvah is inside the sukkah. Although it is not an obligation, one must stand still, hold the lulav with one's right hand, its backbone facing oneself.
Baruch atah Adonai
Elokeinu, melech ha'olam, asher kidishanu b'mitzvaysav, v'tzivanu al netilas lulav. Immediately after reciting the blessing, one will hold the esrog with one's left hand and join it together with the lulav. It must be held in the direction of its sprout. The okates, the bottom of the fruit, meaning the location where it was attached to the branch, towards the bottom. The first instance on which one will recite this mitzvah during Sukkot, one will also say,
Baruch atah Adonai
Elokeinu, melech haolam, shechiyanu v'kiyimanu, v'giyanu lazman hazeh. We gather our two hands and facing the east, we shake the lulav and the etrog in all four directions, as well as towards the top and the bottom. In this order: south, north, east, top, bottom, and west. One will do 3 times this sequence. Each time that the 4 species are brought towards oneself, the bottom of the bouquet must touch one's chest where the heart is. If one of the 4 species, if held backwards, the mitzvah is not valid.